Welcome to the Underground.
Turn me up, bitch!
My Little Underground with Peter A.
It's My Little Underground. I'm Peter A. Make sure you're listening anywhere you get podcasts, and you can also follow me on socials at MLU Pod. Please subscribe to the monthly My Little Underground newsletter. That's on peteraradio.com, and you can also listen to a few playlists I made, and of course, the My Little Underground archives. Today on the show, we have My Idea. They have a brand new EP, That's My Idea, on the great Hardly Art Records, home to La Luz and Taco Cat. And we also talked about a possible country album they're working on and a proper full-length album to follow up the That's My Idea EP. They're playing a nice little show at Music Hall of Williamsburg with Rap Boys this coming September. And I also talked to them about their respective solo projects. Nate is in Water From Your Eyes and Lily is in Palberta, and she also has her own solo project as well. I talked about how they are finding time to balance out all of these projects, and My Idea is also a very sonically diverse group. I talked about their approach to being so different musically and not maintaining a singular sound. It's always fun talking with Lily and Nate. Please help me welcome My Idea to My Little Underground. Tell me about the start of My Idea. Like, I know you two are homies. Did it just start out as two friends just playing, or when did you decide that, okay, this is going to be a relatively serious project and we're going to put out an EP, etc.?
If you want to answer it,
So
you can do it.
okay, we talked about collaborating a couple times, but it had never happened. And then essentially, it was like an audition for me to produce Lily's solo album at the beginning, which I did. I won the audition. I got the audition, but then we also started just writing together, I guess.
Like the second day we hung out, actually. It happened pretty quickly.
I think we'd written like an EP's worth of material within like a week of when we started hanging out. So,
We wrote a lot, and then when we got signed, we just didn't have to work at all. We just kind of had the album and the EP and stuff and everything.
Had to finish mixing.
I mean, I didn't have to work at all. Nate had to finish mixing.
There's production work left, but we pretty much. Well, it was more organizational. I think when we were first talking to the label, at one point it wasn't divided up, and it was actually just a 30-track album. I was going through a weird thing with Tool at the time. I don't know why, but I think it's really hilarious that when CDs became the main physical medium for music, bands like that were well, we gotta fill up the whole CD. So at one point we had a 30-track 79 minutes 58 second long
but we're not doing that
album,
anymore.
and it was ridiculous. It was way too much.
Yeah,
but that turned into the EP.
So the question was how to start, which is that we just we met up and we just started making music and became best friends. And now here we are, almost a year later.
Yeah, it was pretty much just the first time we tried making music, the two of us, we were just kind of okay, well, we're clearly supposed to make music together.
Yeah, I was really surprised. I didn't know much. I didn't know that Nate wrote a lot of music because I'm out of the freaking loop. But now I'm in the loop.
You can't be. Yeah. What? You're so in the loop is not even funny, with your own stuff.
But I'm
Palberta.
not. I'm not. I don't even really listen to music. It's very surprising, but he can vouch for it. I basically don't listen to music.
Yeah, it's true.
Why is that? It's because you're too busy making it, or?
It's very emotional for me. If I'm upset, I can't listen to music. Some people have their breakup songs and shit. It makes me very, very anxious and overwhelmed to listen to music. And this is actually very true. I've never talked about this. So, but I'll get obsessed with one artist or one album for a really long time and torture people with it.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
What album have you been torturing Nate with?
Tickets to My Downfall by Machine Gun Kelly.
It's really good.
And not anymore, but there was like a 4-month period. It is
It's amazing.
it is good,
There's a
but it was
reason I
like
liked
4
it.
months of being told that it was like a brilliant like masterpiece.
It is.
I was like,
I'm
it's
just
good.
done with it. I'm done with it.
Yeah.
But I think it's amazing. I don't think any of his other music is amazing, post or pre this album. But
100% agree with you. I think his rap music was awful, but
Yeah.
It's no doubt the best thing he's done.
But
absolutely.
But the main thing that ended up bugging me was that people were like referring, like a lot of people seem to be under the impression that it was like real pop punk, and it's not. Maybe I'm fucking old.
He never
man.
said it was. People were just saying that,
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Doing
guess
him.
that's true. But people were saying it to me, and I got
He
tired
got
of being
he
like,
got
no.
pissed.
No.
I got
no.
pissed. I made my own pop punk album that's not pop punk.
No, it's also
either.
not.
It's
but-
also just like it's not. It's just depressing.
Did Kurt Cobain ever call Nirvana grunge? Did My Bloody Valentine ever call himself shoegaze? You know what I mean? It's all stuff people make up anyway, so who cares?
Yeah.
Tell me about Harley Art relationship, because that's essentially sub pop. That's a pretty big deal.
Yeah. I'll start and you finish the question, okay? We're both like question answerers, so it's actually I have this in Palberta too, that we kind of go round robin because we all talk. So what was I gonna say?
Hardly.
So yeah, we found this manager that's our friendager. Please don't. I wish I didn't say that. Okay.
Why would say our man friend?
Our momager. His name's Nick, and we just found him luckily through my other friend Dexter, who was like, this guy would be good. He became our friend, and he kind of, I guess he showed it. Yeah, he gave it to Harley Art during the pandemic, and they were really interested, and we eventually just got signed without having a band or ever having played live or anything. So it was pretty cool.
We didn't have a name at that point.
No, we didn't. We were calling ourselves the Grammys.
Yeah, the Grammys.
That's a good name.
I know. I wanted to keep it, but like there was a lot of, I like our band name now,
Yeah.
but I didn't like that. I was very
I
upset.
think we
to say
ended
goodbye.
up with the right band name.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, because who else is called My Idea?
Who else is called the Grammys? No one's called the Grammys. We
That's
looked it up.
true. That's true.
That is
Yeah.
true.
Unless you can spell it differently if you want to, avoid issues from the Academy.
Yeah, but then that's like, then why would you even do it?
That's true. That's true. You're right about that. The one thing I love about My Idea, the stark contrast in sound, because you have I Can't Dance, which is borderline almost Americana, especially the solo towards the end, and then you have Birthday right after that, which is like all Nate to me. It's very electronic influence. So did you guys think, okay, we're going to do this sound and then we're going to do that, or it's just whatever came off your head, onto your blank canvas that is your group?
It was just kind of like whatever happened at a given moment. I mean, on this EP, and this isn't true for all the songs on the album, but like I Can't Dance was like, I just like made a backing track and then Lily sang on it. Birthday was the same thing. Actually, originally I had vocals in Birthday, and it was like a
Did
duet.
I change them?
No, it was like a duet thing. You wanted to leave them in there, but I took them out because it was better.
I don't even
without them.
remember them, to be honest.
They were like weird vocoder things. And then Keep Lying to Me was a song that I wrote that Lily made the lyrics better for, and sang. And Stay Away Still, Lily had a voice memo with most of the lyrics and melody, and I made the backing track for that. And then That's My Idea was an old phone demo of Lily's that I kind of like did some shit to
That was
and
pretty
arranged.
cool. He made it better.
And that's how the band name actually happened, because neither of us came up with a band name, because the demo was apparently That's My Ideal,
Which is a bad lyric.
and I just misheard it as That's My Idea, and made the demo with those words, and then that just kind of stuck. And I think that's one of the reasons the band name works, because like it's not something that either of us came up with on purpose. It was ultimately just a miscommunication of an idea.
And now we have a theme song, so
yeah.
Sick.
Fantastic. So with Keep Lying to Me, maybe I'm hearing this wrong, but Lily, it sounds like you're talking to yourself. Because are you saying, come on, Lily K? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
What was the lyric before?
That was what my original lyrics were, just "Come on, baby."
Oh yeah,
because it was like
done with
I was trying to write like a fucking like Sarah Bareilles ass song or something.
It's awesome.
But yeah.
I just didn't want to say baby, so a lot of times Nate would I don't know what our process for our next music's gonna be, but for this he would just like lay out the lyrics that he wrote for something, and I'd go in and like change most things around and then keep the skeleton of it. But one time he tried to write really bad lyrics on purpose, and I kept like the whole thing. That song's not released, but it was funny. I was like, "There's not much to change here."
Early morning show.
Yeah, so like, yeah. Go ahead, Nate.
It's pretty much like there are like three ways that songs happen. Pretty much, either I make a track and Lily sings over it, or one of us brings like a somewhat completed song to the table, in which case if I bring it, then Lily will like kind of like edit the lyrics, and if Lily brings it, then I'll kind of like engineer or expand upon the music in some way.
And sometimes I play guitar, but not that much.
It's true, there are some guitar.
That's the only instrument I play.
Well, the EP is actually really funny because it's literally
it's just me.
Yeah. But there's more Lily playing guitar on the album, but the EP is pretty much strictly you vocals, me instruments, except for I kind of like sing little bits here and there, but
you do.
Nothing important.
Tell me about the band, the rest of My Idea. Who else is in it?
It's Hugo from Prom, the drummer, who's my old friend from long ago. And Andrea Scavelli, Hugo Stanley, and Andrea Scavelli, who's Eyes of Love, who's like one of my closest friends as well. And Hugo plays drums, Andrea plays bass, I just sing, and Nate plays guitar.
We got that classic rock lineup. Mm-hmm. Who Led Zeppelin ass shit,
Yeah.
It seems like the indie rock, the mamas and the papas.
Just one.
Yeah.
I don't want to say
the mommy and the daddies.
The mommy and the ew.
That's the worst.
The mommy and the little baby.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, we're gonna keep My Idea as the name, I think.
Perfect. Yeah. Absolutely. I think Lily, we probably talked about this when you were on with Palberta, because the new Palberta album is very melody focused. It seems like My Idea is the same. It's the same idea with it's a lot because it's very melodic. It's so just catchy. Is that your plan going forward with My Idea, or is just whatever's going to come off the top?
Well, I think that for me, like that is what comes out for like that is what I've been doing since I was really young. Pretty much is like writing pop songs. So yeah, we kind of are determined to like, well, we're gonna write a country album at some point, but not yet, because we just realized we'd be really capable of that. But we're gonna wait a while before we're not gonna be like second album, country album.
Please.
It'll happen, and we'll send to you the secret files. But what was the question again?
Well, just melody. I mean, this isn't. This is very intentionally like a pop project.
Yeah.
Or as close to a real pop project that we can like.
Yeah, and you two are pretty much like. Oh, go ahead, Lily.
No, we're just both pretty weird, so it's like pop, but like we're both pretty weird, so it's a little more eccentric or something.
Yeah, that was actually my next point, because you two are Palberta is a weird project. Water from Your Eyes is very weird, but at the same time, you guys are also very different because again, Lily's bringing the melody and Nate is bringing the weird landscapes. Because that's kind of how Water from Your Eyes is like too. Because Nate, you're strange with your production techniques, and Rachel is singing these sweet, sweet melodies that just kind of like juxtaposing each other, right? Is that fair to say?
Yeah. Well, it's Water from Your Eyes is different because I write all the vocal melodies.
Really?
So Rachel's, and then Rachel's
talented
mostly
boy.
involved as the lyricist. But my idea has a lot more in common with my solo project. Like Water from Your Eyes is a very particular hat, but I have a project called This Is Lorelei that's like essentially, in terms of what I do, largely the same approach as my idea. And that's what I focus on like a lot of the time. Like Water from Your Eyes, I only tackle every once in a while, but in general, I try to release at least one or two Lorelei EPs like a month or so. And then my idea, when I'm feeling like really in the zone, I'll collect ideas for that. But whereas this project, like for the most part, Lily's
so
like,
loud.
oh, for this I'm trying not to laugh. In this project, like I guess on the EP, the only vocal melody I wrote is the Keep Lying to Me one, but on the EP it's kind of more like 50-50 between us. We're trying not to like stick to like too particular of a formula. So,
I'm gonna make the tracks for the next one.
yeah, I'm gonna try and mix.
I'm not, but I'm gonna
Continue
play
to
some
mix
shit.
it up.
Let's go. I'm so excited. But to that end, you're talking about all your different projects. You got Palberta, Water from Your Eyes, and your respective solo projects. Especially you have multiple projects coming out in 2021. The Palberta album, Water from Your Eyes, is coming out, and you have My Idea. Do you guys ever feel like you're spreading yourselves too thin, or do you purposely want to do multiple things at the same time?
Purposeful.
I don't. I don't.
For me.
I don't want to. I'm actually. Palberta is gonna take like a hiatus, but we're gonna take some, because all of us have other stuff that we're wanting to do, like not even just music, just stuff. We've been a band for so long, but we are gonna go on a really special tour in May, and then we're just gonna take some time off and hang out together instead of like always having to get ready for a show. It's definitely stressful for me. It has been. I used to be in more bands than this too. And I crave like a focus actually, and I think in the next couple of years I will probably focus more on like certain things. But I think it's amazing that I've been involved in so many good projects, but I think I'd focus on my solo music always, and this probably, and Palberta on and off.
Yeah. What about you, Nate? Do you feel like you're doing too much, or?
No, I'm like kind of like very comfortably like, I mean, because right now it's like I used to be like involved in more projects, but so like 3 is like comfortable for me. Like My Idea, Water from Your Eyes, and This Is Lorelei. That's kind of like feels like a good balance to me, and I don't know, like I said, like My Idea and Water from Your Eyes are both like the writing generally happens kind of in spurts, whereas the solo stuff is just kind of like always going on. And then Water from Your Eyes is a really particular approach because they're different enough that it might as well be like different like activities. It's like playing different sports or something.
Yeah. I never thought of it that way. It's interesting, And with My Idea, you have a nice little show at the Music Hall at Williamsburg, September the 16th, with Rat Boys and Wild Pink. So have you two ever played the Music Hall before?
Yeah, I played twice. Once with my solo project as a band, and once with Alberta. I played there. It is pretty big.
Tell me about it.
It's a good sound. So,
yeah. It's a big deal. Are you nervous, excited? It's fair.
Yeah.
Don't tell the musical. But we
got plenty of time.
We got time. So like once it's more of a reality, I feel like I'll be nervous, especially since Nate and I I was about to just be like, we're sober. We're like we're both sober now.
Yeah, we're both in the process of quitting alcohol.
So like it's just gonna be a lot. But by then it will be a lot longer.
Yeah.
So life's just kind of, we're like two aliens right now, just looking at the world.
That show's gonna be fun. I was in a 1 gig duration Jimmy Buffett cover band with Julia from Rat Boys, like
Really?
in Chicago. Yeah, I played drums, and she played percussion and backup vocals, I think, or maybe keyboard. I can't remember. Long ago.
So when you do the My Idea country album, you gotta have Julia on at least a few songs.
It could happen. I don't know. We gotta see like what form that takes, because that's gonna be wild, because Lily is like the master of like Patsy Cline karaoke, and I grew up playing bluegrass, so something's gotta
give. I'm gonna write some really sad country songs.
Yeah.
Oh,
Let's go, Lily. You're getting so excited.
There we go. That's something I realized is, I don't know, especially like over the course of My Idea stuff, like that birthday song is kind of an anomaly. Like most of My Idea is like almost like, it's like not that many nudges away from being like a country pop project in a lot of ways, because everything I write is just a country song dressed up in a different way.
Great.
That's true for a lot of Water From Your Eyes too. Or anytime it's like a song. Yeah, I don't know. No, a lot of Water From Your Eyes isn't really, it's more like textural. It's like a lot of the songs aren't even really songs. Like but there's like a lot, I think there's a lot of country like influence in My Idea in general. I mean, because on the EP, like Birthday and Keep Lying to Me are kind of like these weird feature tracks that are kind of like intentional outliers, whereas if you take those out of the equation, all of a sudden it becomes like a very kind of like twangy, like, I don't know. I'm eternally haunted by the ghost of Fleetwood Mac, and it's like everything I touch just sounds like a fucking Fleetwood Mac song. I've accepted it.
That's not a bad thing.
No, not at all. Not at all. Will there be a My Idea tour?
Yeah. We just don't know.
We don't know what yet, but there will be.
We're looking out for the big boys to take us on tour. Any big band. Not any.
Yeah.
They have to be nice people.
That's very important. That's very, very important.
Yeah.
It's very important.
So you touched upon an album, right? Is that in the plans for My Idea?
Yeah, sometime next year.
Yeah.
Okay. It's done.
It's been done.
We've been sitting on with the EP and album have been done for a minute now.
Beautiful.
Yeah, so no like particular like timeline yet, but it is coming.
All right. With physical media, I know there's been a delay with getting some vinyl out. Will the My Idea EP, That's My Idea, have some physical releases, tape, CDs, vinyl?
Probably. How much of a demand there is? Yeah, it's of the EP.
Of the EP, yeah, we don't know that.
Hopefully, at some point.
Yeah, probably we'll get like press at some point, but I don't think it's a priority. It was supposed to be digital at this point, but it's like people want a physical copy. I'm sure that'll happen down the line.
Yeah, because I don't know, it just wasn't like, that wasn't anything that we wanted to hold up the release project. Like mostly like, vinyls are cool and stuff, but like, they're also like not how most. Yeah, no, it'll be nice, but it's like it's like a niche thing. Like it doesn't make sense to hold back a digital release while like that stuff gets figured out, to me, I guess.
Right. Okay, that's cool. So My Idea, Nate, Lily, thank you so much for coming on My Little Underground. So this is your time to plug anything you got going on, even outside of My Idea.
I have a show on the 21st, Lily's show, but I don't know any of the information. It's at Church Kikos. It's with, never mind. I forget all the information.
We have a
Yeah, say that.
we have a My Idea show on August 22nd. And we got Nate and Lily karaoke
Don't
shows.
advertise that one.
Secret shows. Well, no, I have to advertise.
Not for mine.
No, not that one. The one on the
Okay.
20th. It's actually 3 nights in a row. On August 20th, we're doing like a karaoke trade back and forth set of singing our respective solo musics at Jade, and then the 21st, Willie Band at Transpicos. I never knew. You just asked me if I could play it.
Okay.
And then
the
August
next day?
22nd at the Broadway, My Idea is playing with Godcaster and Professor Caveman
Yeah.
and one.
That's it.
No, there's another thing. Shit. No, Bug Fight.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Bug Fight.
Right, I like that bit. Yep, that was our clumsy way of saying stuff.
Amazing. Like,
Yeah.
where can people follow My Idea on the socials?
It's my_idea_the_band.
On
On
Instagram.
Instagram.
On Twitter, there are no underscores. It's just My Idea the Band, which can also be thought of as My iDef E Band, which is how I like to think about
Yeah,
it.
kind of.
My iDef.
I know when we figure that out. Yep, and yeah, that's basically where to figure out what's going on with us.
Great. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you, Peter.
Thanks.
Nice to see you again.
Yeah, nice.
Likewise.
You have a good rest of your. I was gonna say life.
You're
Good rest of
gonna
your day.
a good time for the foreseeable future.
I do hope that, but that's not what I was trying to say.